Hello. Oh no. I'm sorry guys. I don't know what happened. We just lost connection, but I'm going to try and we're going to try and restart with Claire. Here we go. Hopefully this works. Yay, there you
Maybe
are.
I was talking too much and it cut me off.
I have no idea. Okay, that's all right. Here we are. Um, so as you were saying though, you felt when you felt like it was the right time, you just continued on with your different Reiki levels. So I guess the Reiki Mastership is obviously a bit different to the other levels. Like it's not as structured in terms of level one, two, and then your introduction to your mastership is quite structured, and you really understand like what you're getting out of it and that sort of stuff. Although of course there's that room for your own personal growth and what happens in there. But the mastership obviously is a lot more of a commitment, I guess. I mean, it's 20 sessions that we had one-on-one. There's also obviously the group option, but I guess in that time, and you chose, I think we did it weekly for most of the time. There were times where you went into, did things a little bit less frequent, depending on what was going on with life and COVID and all the things. Um, can you just talk a little bit, I guess, firstly, I guess, how did that work for you? I guess having that support on a weekly basis, and of course you have the support with me in between those sessions as well. But how was that for you, and did you feel like it was it was a good frequency for you? And just I'd love to know a bit more about that.
Weekly is actually quite, I think, an intense way of doing it. And anyone who's done their mastership will probably know what I mean by that. But because you're having those healings every week, those activations every week, it brings up a lot each time. But I think it did really work for me, because I said, well, my personality is just like, when I'm going to do something, like, I'm in. But also, maybe a blessing in some ways, we were in lockdown for most of that period. So for me, it was actually a really good focus to have while I was locked in my house with my two children for all those months. Because again, it was that I'm choosing me, and this is something that I'm just cherishing during this period of time. And also, like you said, not just during the sessions, but between sessions. Like, even if we weren't messaging or whatever, I don't know, you could just like feel you there. Like you were with me through all my ups and downs of that period. So I think for that period of lockdown, it definitely like got me through that period of time. And also, as you know, last year during my mastership, my dad also passed away. So that had a huge impact on me and my life. But again, I just feel like that was the timing I was meant to have you with me, and like stepping me through all that and working with me and loving me and supporting me, because of course that was a hard time, but how I was able to work through that was made just so much easier, because I had that support there, but also because I had already done so much of that work about myself, about my relationships, about where I was heading. So it just like held me during that time. That is, losing a parent, that's like one of the most difficult things to face, right?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And especially during everything else that was going on in your life, as well as it's been a difficult time for everyone, but adding layers upon layers of challenges when it's already a really difficult time. You're absolutely right. Like when and I see that with everyone who signs up for the mastership. I always tell people, like, you just honor when the right time is for you, and you will know that because, as I said earlier, like Reiki has this way of meeting you wherever you need it and wherever you're at. And for you, it was obviously, I mean, a big part of it was supporting you through a lot of different challenges. You know, I know there was more than just your dad's passing and transition, but again, it was so beautiful to be able to hold you during that time, and to watch you, despite everything that you were facing, like just watching you stand in this role as daughter, still being wife, mum, business owner, and you truly also finding your balance, and knowing, I know that many times we talked about, you know, how important it is that you still feel supported and you still feel held during this time. And for many of us, it's so easy to kick into, oh, okay, hang on, I've got to be there for everybody else, and we shelf our own needs because, you know, we think that someone is suffering more than us. But gosh, you know, if balance was, you know, balance is really the word here in terms of the way that you just were able to manage everything. And it was beautiful to watch you really, I think, play out everything that you have learnt, like everything that we were kind of working towards. You know, it was like preparing you for that particular moment.
Yeah, I think I kept saying that to you actually. Yeah, like it really forced me, like after all that work I'd done, it was really like that crossroad, right? Do I step into how I would have normally responded, reacted, perceived that situation? Or with all this new growth that I've taken on, am I now choosing that path? Because this is the challenge in front of me. So they're my choices here. And of course I chose the great path. Which is sometimes hard as well, but always worthwhile. And always, like, I just feel like my decision making now and the things that I do are just so much more connected to me and like my true essence, rather than what society tells me I need to do, what, you know, work tells me you need to do, you know, what people around you, your family, whatever. I just make those decisions now with so much more confidence.
Oh my God. Who are you, Claire?
I know. That's what my husband keeps saying. He's like, you are so different. You are so different.
You're amazing. It's amazing just listening to you, and wow, like that is really inspiring. And I know that what is the best part about this is you're not just saying it because, oh, it's something that you read in a book, or like it's some, you know, it's a good piece of advice to inspire people. Like you're saying this because you have found that within yourself, and you honor that so much, and you are committed to living that, and that is your truth. And so you stand here and speak about that because it's coming from that true place of this is who you are. And that is fucking amazing. It really, really is. And being able to sit on the other side and have watched you grow through, you know, since I met you, which was a few years ago now, and and just sit here and listen to you speak all of that from your heart. And oh my God, I can't tell you how amazing that also makes me feel to have watched you grow through all of this. And thank you so much for sharing. Really, I really honor it, and I'm so grateful. And I know that everyone else who's going to be touched by you sharing this story is also going to feel it as well. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful.
Thanks, Loretta.
And you can
I don't know,
see,
it's just one
like,
of those things again, like I just feel like you were meant to come into my life and you were just like the right person for me to do this with.
oh, thank you so much, Claire. And I feel the same. Yeah, because as much as, you know, as much as I have this hat on, literally, like the hat of Reiki teacher, Reiki teacher, I really feel like I'm always a student, and I feel like when there is this container that's created, like this vortex between student and teacher, I never feel like there's this superiority between me and you or anything like that. I actually feel like we are here and we've come together for some reason or another to help one another grow. I always trust in that, because like with you, I can sit here and tell you, and you don't always know how I am growing through things, because it's a container that I'm holding you through. But I just, honestly, like it's amazing that I think, and I actually believe that this is part of the creation of new paradigm, is where we are no longer, seeking out mentors and seeking out teachers and people to hold space for us who are like on some kind of different level or an upper level, but rather we're seeking people who are there to help us truly co-create in this, exactly, and returning us back to who we really are. Like I think that we're doing that on a completely different level now, and it's so beautiful to just hear how that has how that has really shaped you. Thank you so much, Amanda. I see you're so supportive of your students. Thank you.
I was going to say
really
as well, Loretta, just like something you haven't even mentioned, but along those lines, like you obviously put a lot of time and energy into, creating not just your relationships with your individual students, but as a collective as well. So, I mean, so many lovely things already for me have just come out of like the Nourish Energy community. Like some of them have come and had a session with me, or maybe they've, we've messaged on social media about something, or, I can think of, a bunch of different people and different things that have happened. And, there's something really lovely about, we're all different in a lot of ways, but we're still all connected in a lot of ways. So, just creating that space and that community and that connection for people on their Reiki journey is really lovely as well. I think it's really important.
Yeah, it was always important for me when I started teaching Reiki. I felt so alone when I started learning Reiki. I was like, I can't really share this with anyone, and and it was very important for me to create a community where others felt seen and felt supported
Oh, look,
on
I
their
can
journey.
see some of them in their beautiful comments on there as we're talking. Oh,
Ash, hello, Ash. Oh, you're a
and
superstar.
Jen as well. Oh,
And
so
Jen.
sweet.
Thank you guys so much. So I guess just to wrap up, because I know I've kept you for a while now, but could you just I guess just share any, I guess, distinct highlights, anything that I guess you'd love to share with others who might be thinking about learning Reiki? I'd love you to just share anything that you feel, maybe anything else that you haven't talked about, haven't shared so far.
I just think that this whole journey and experience is really just about investing in yourself and prioritizing yourself and putting yourself first. And if that's something you've never done and you want to do, then I just feel like this is the perfect container for that. Because that's what it's done for me. And again, a little bit cliche, but that Reiki is life-changing. Like if you've never heard about Reiki, or you've never had a session, or you've never delved into any of this, you would be like, what do you mean? That just sounds so strange. But it truly is. My life is different. I'm different. And I'm a different practitioner. I'm a different wife. I'm a different mother. All of those things. And it's, because of this experience.
Oh, now I'm going to cry. Oh, please my God, do. Claire.
Normally it's reversed. So.
Oh, that is so amazing and so beautiful.
Yeah.
Um,
So yeah, I
yes.
just would say to people, like, if there's anything that's drawing you towards Reiki, then like just pull at that and just keep exploring. You'll know
Mhm.
if it's the right thing for you or not, but just give yourself the opportunity and that space to just explore it and see if it's right for you, because honestly you never know what might happen.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I think that's it. You have to be open because you never know what is going to
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
I'm just going to have a look at some of the comments. Oh, I love you too, Ash. And Catherine, thank you so much. Two beautiful souls. We're gifted to have you on this. Oh, thank you.
Oh.
I'm feeling, Amanda, I'm feeling drawn to do your crystal. Oh my God, do it. Do the crystal healing course. So in terms of, um, it's almost like, you know, very, very similar in terms of the benefits, that the Reiki courses and the Reiki, it's just using a different modality, basically. If you're drawn to
Yeah.
crystals, um, yeah, it's phenomenal. And a lot of the, it is a practitioner course, but most of the women who did it last year, so I had 10 amazing women do my course last year, the crystal healing, and all of them just talked to the same thing about how changing it was for their self as well. And I think that's part of, you know, I've been told by many that I'm an activator, and that I tend to activate stuff in people, plant seeds in people, and that's exactly what you get. I think regardless of what kind of courses that you do, and I've just
Mm-hmm.
really honoured that as one of my gifts, for people as well.
Mm-hmm.
So Claire, can you, we talked a little bit about the Nourish Energy community, and you're part of our Valentine's Day giveaway at the moment, and so is Ash
Yes.
and a couple of
Oh,
people
such
who.
an epic giveaway. Like,
Oh
I
my
want to
God,
win
I
bad.
know. I know. As we were like putting together all the list of everyone who was joining the giveaway, I was so shocked, and so overwhelmed with all the love, and I'm so jealous because I'm like, damn it, why have I organized this? So I want to win. So it's amazing. So I am just going to do a little plug for that. You can jump on either Claire's or mine or so many other people. I think we've got like 12 or so collaborators on there, and it's well over $3,000. Oh, it's amazing. A whole
So
bunch
good.
of products, healings, just all
Mm.
sorts of stuff in there. And yeah, either for yourself, you can share it with yourself or with a loved one. But jump on and enter, because it's, yeah, we're going to draw it with at the end of the week. And also, I've got my 21-day Reiki challenge coming up. It starts next Tuesday. It is for anyone who is either you've done level 1 or you're about to do level 1. It'd be great as well, because the emails that you get and all the practices are accessible for lifetime. So, but yeah, it should be a minimum of a level 1 Reiki student, but it's going to be amazing. Also very epic, all new. Even if you did it a couple of years ago with us, like, oh my God, I'm so excited for all the things. And Claire, please share your details. Share all the love. Where are you based? Where, how can people see you, and how can they
Yeah. Yeah. So
be part of your love?
Instagram's a good place to start. You can follow along. I like to post lots of bits and pieces so you can find out a little bit more about me. My website, which is balanceground.com.au, for my online store, or to find out all the face-to-face services I do. So I am based in Eltham, so the northeastern suburbs of Melbourne. So I do one-on-one sessions there. Also just started some monthly, weekly group events, and later in the year, looking at teaching Reiki. So keep your eyes.
Oh my
But I
God,
love chatting. You
amazing.
can tell I love chatting. So if anyone wants to chat about anything I do, just send me a message. I'll get in touch with you.
I love it. Thank you so much, Claire. Thank you for
Thank you,
sharing
Loretta.
the love.
Nice chat as always.
Love you. Mwah. Bye.
Bye. Bye.